So my name is Joshua Mundy. I am a serial entrepreneur. I am. All right, we're going to define hustle because I think y'all, the definition of hustle and hustler is kind of mixed up, but we'll define that shortly. I've been an entrepreneur for 14 years. I'm 36 years old. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 22. So I've worked only 2 jobs, 3 jobs my whole life, and 2003 was the last time I received an actual paycheck from an actual company, right? So I've been out here on my own for 14 years. The game is real, all right? It's a battle, but it's rewarding because it's yours. It's mine. I put the work in, so I can hustle. I'm gonna hustle to make what I got going work. All right. So let's go with this hustle thing real quick. All right, because I think the connotation, like hustling, is putting in work. I call that grinding. All right. I wake up every morning hustling to make sure that my son is straight, my wife is good, and I'm cool. All right. That my businesses are rolling. Right now, my businesses are running without me. All right. I was on vacation for 9 days and didn't miss a beat. Didn't miss one because they talk about that email thing. But that's what hustling is. You set yourself up so when you hustle enough, so you can put your stuff on cruise control. So you can set yourself up so you just roll it. So I am Joshua Mundy. Look, y'all on Instagram. Anybody on Instagram?
Yes.
All right. Yep. I am Mr. Mundy. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. Go to my website. I just launched it yesterday. So I do a lot of public speaking, consulting, do all those great things. All right. And then the scripture that we're going to be talking about today is Matthew 14 through 30. Matthew, I think it's Matthew. Let me see. I think I wrote it down wrong.
25, 14.
Yeah, 25. There we go. 25. Matthew 25, 14 through 30. And they changed my topic a couple of times. I think it was one was how to develop your side hustle. Was another, but I think it's how to find and develop your side hustle. Okay, so how many are you all 100% entrepreneurs?
What about part-time?
You're part-time? Everybody else has full-time jobs? Okay, everybody have the desire to own their own business? Everybody does? Okay. All right, cool. So we're going to discuss Matthew 25, 14 through 30, which it talks about, it's a man in the Bible. Have you ever heard about this parable about the talents?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a man in the Bible. He hands out these talents. All right, so he gave one guy 5 talents. And that guy took those 5 talents, and guess what he did? He created 5 more talents. All right, he gave another man 3 talents, and that guy took those 3 talents and went out and developed 3 more talents. Then he gave one guy 1 talent, and that guy said, you know what? Man, I'm scared, man. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my talent, and I'm going to put it under the ground, and I'm going to bury it. And that's a lot of us. All right? A lot of us, God has given us so many talents. We're so talented. We have so many gifts. Our swag is just on 1,000. Anything that we do turns to gold. But most of the time, nobody gets to see it. Because guess what? There it is. Right? They say scared money don't make no money. Y'all heard that? Scared money don't make no money. And what happens is that when you have all this talent, and I shot a video about this, talking about doubt, you start doubting yourself. You start doubting that you have the ability to really make your talent come to fruition. So we're going to talk about 3 things, and then we'll be out of here, and we'll have a Q&A, and it'll be great. So we'll talk about just really doing an evaluation of yourself and your talent. All right, we're talking about developing our side hustle. So a lot of y'all have main jobs, but you want to create another stream of income so your side hustle can become your main hustle. All right? That's what we want to do. All right, a lot of times people talk about entrepreneurship and they talk about you need to just take the leap and you just need to jump and you need to do all these great things, but I disagree. All right? I disagree. You better have a plan. All right? Jumping out here, you can commit suicide. Because you're going to be calling me in a week and say, Josh, man, I jumped, I had faith, and I ain't popping. Right, I know, because you didn't plan it out right. You're not popping because you didn't plan it. So you got to have a plan, but before you even do that, you have to figure out, man, what you good at. Right? Just really evaluate what are you good at, what are you talented at, what are people saying, you know what, man, you should do that. What are people saying about you? So just really evaluate your total talents. Can you sing? All right. How can I monetize singing if I can sing really well? All right. Can I draw? Can I make a good fish sandwich? All right. How can I monetize that? So when you evaluate all your talents, then we can kind of create a plan around making those talents become some money. All right. We want to develop a side hustle. All right, side hustle is making money. So you got your 9 to 5, but I'm making some money on the side. All right, now a lot of people do it through Uber, they do it through Lyft. Those are side hustles. All right, that's what we call those side hustles. So Uber, Lyft, they go deliver for Amazon. It's almost like a second job because you still don't own your own business. So if you want to make your side hustle your main hustle, you need to develop a business. Now, there are several different types of entrepreneurs. All right, there's a lot of different ones. All right, so you have regular entrepreneurs, you have passion entrepreneurs, you have social entrepreneurs, you have all these different levels of entrepreneurs. So you have to figure out what works for you. Me, I like to make money. So I am a regular entrepreneur. I am in the dry cleaning business, to give y'all some history about myself. So I worked my job. I was working a job 2003. I started my first company, which is a janitorial company. So my janitorial company was my side hustle. I worked at this place called Park Center, which was, it helped rehabilitate people that did drugs. And so we helped them and helped them get employed and find a job. All right, I'm gonna come back to that. So 2003, I created a little janitorial company. Why I created a janitorial company? Not that I can't clean my own place. But I developed it because it was an easy entry into the marketplace. All right, it didn't take me a lot of money to get started. The number one barrier that people talk about is money. A lot of times people don't start businesses because of money. So I figured out, all right, I'm gonna start a janitorial company because it is not gonna cost me a lot of money to get started. So I created some business cards, $20. I created a little brochure, $10, that's $30. So I went and hustled. So I got my first contract. I didn't have to buy anything. I went to the Family Dollar store, got me a broom, mop, and some chemicals, $20, I'm in business. All right, I built that into a 6-figure business. All right, it took me 3 years. I was doing 6 figures. I had commercial accounts. I had we switched into residential. I had all of Brentwood. This is before the Mexicans came in and took over. This is before I could really price things right. You know what I mean? But, so we had all that, and then I took that, I sold that company, created a coffee shop, which was one of the fastest opening and closing of a coffee shop in the history of America. I think I own the record. If you look at the Guinness Book of World Records, they say, how fast have you ever opened and closed the business? My name and face were showing right there. And I spent $250,000. Wow. Think about that. So $250,000, I just took and flushed down the toilet. And it's meme stories behind everything. And this was before Murfreesboro was really, the way it is now. It was the good old boy. So, they made us do a lot of things that a lot of people didn't have to do. And in 30 days, I'm talking, we was the fastest opening and closing of a business. I'm promising the guy, we was open. Next thing you know, we was closed. Like, oh my God. So that was in 2006. For 2 years, I was depressed. I couldn't figure it out. But I told God in 2003, no matter how hard it got, I wasn't going back. All right? No matter how hard it was, I was never going back. So I hustled. Now, yes, I hustled. 2006, 2008, I hustled. All right, I did whatever I could do. I created whatever company I could create. All right, I was in the construction business for about 3 months. I hustled that. And here's the crazy thing. I was over one of the biggest property management companies, maintenance, in Nashville, just by hustling. And I can't even put this table together now. You know what I'm saying? I can't fix anything, but that was just by hustling. Until they got me to 2008. I saw a location on the corner of 7th and Jefferson. And I didn't have a lot of money. I probably started my business with about $40 in the bank. All right, $40. 2008, I will go on the corner of 7th and Jefferson, look inside this glass door, and I was like, man, I gotta have this location. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I don't know absolutely nothing. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I know I gotta have it. So every day I would go and look. Every day I go and look. The landlord came and said, man, you might as well get it. I was like, you know what? I might as well get it. You're right. Let me sign that lease. I signed the lease and didn't know what I was gonna do. All right? Signed the lease, did not. I have absolutely not what I was gonna do. I didn't have no money. I just told him, just hold tight. I'm gonna pay. All right? So I went to sleep, drove around, hit me, boom, dry cleaners. All right? Now I don't have a passion for cleaning nobody's dirty clothes. That's not my passion. My passion is that I can go and get a bottle of water for 50 cents and sell it to you for $1.50. That's my passion. All right? I love that. That's what I love to do. All right? So a lot of people can't do that. So a lot of people, and that's what the different levels of entrepreneurship is, a lot of people have to be passionate about it. So they start a daycare because they love kids. No, I will start a daycare because I love it's a need and I can make some money. Okay? But it's nothing wrong with having passion about it. There's nothing wrong with what I do. All right? But it's just about being an entrepreneur. So I wasn't passionate about opening up a dry cleaners, but I just did it. I didn't have the skill. I didn't have the know-how. I didn't know. Oh, yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah. So I just knew that was something, that it was a need in the area. So when you evaluate your side hustle, you have to make sure that there's a need for what you do in the marketplace. All right? A lot of people have great ideas, but it just may not be a need in the marketplace right now. Not that it's not a great idea, but you sometimes have to take that idea and table it. Say, you know what? Not right now. Now, I started a concierge service, but this was before Nashville was popping. Now, just think if I would have just stuck with that, what would it be right now in Nashville? How Nashville is right now, I'd be popping. But at the time, just wasn't a need for it. Right. Next to my dry cleaners, it's been 1,000 different things next to my dry cleaners. When I got there, it was a coffee shop and it was a chocolate store. All right? It just wasn't timing. It stayed open for 3 months and it was closed because the timing was off. But just think about if that coffee shop was there right now. What it would be doing. All right? But I'm glad it's not there right now because we got the lab there right now. But so it's all about evaluating. So what do I have? What type of talent do I have? What can I use or utilize and make money off of? What is that? Evaluate yourself. All right? You know you better than I do. So evaluate yourself. Create a chart. Say, all right, man, look, what am I good at? Let me document that. All right, if that's telling jokes, all right, cool. Oh, that's writing? Cool. Now, how am I going to monetize that? All right? Now, look, a lot of people get too focused on making money. All right? And when you first get in the game, you're just trying to get in. So, it ain't about making money. It's about building a brand. That entails will make you some money. All right? So you got to be able to evaluate your talent, look and see what I have, and then what can I start? How can I monetize this? How can I make some money? What does that look like? The first thing you need to do, you come up with an idea, buy the domain. All right? Was that y'all know what the domain is?
Yeah.
This is a domain, joshuamundy.com. You don't buy nothing else, buy your name.
That's true.
All right? Because guess what? Yeah. So just think if you popping, right? I said you popping. You don't own your name. What's your name?
Shamika.
Shamika. What's your last name?
Hicks.
All right. So Shamika Hicks. What do you do well, Shamika?
Besides teaching,
Besides teaching, yeah.
speaking.
So Shamika Hicks is a speaking icon. She just went and spoke somewhere and it went viral, right? So there are people, understand that. They will go and say, oh, Shamika Hicks. And they will go to GoDaddy and buy your name. Right, and then sell it back to you for $20,000. Just give y'all just a free game. This is free. This is free. All right? But that's what the first thing you should do. So if you come out with an idea, just buy the domain. It only costs $11. I own 100 of them because I come up with ideas every day. I may not use it, but I just buy them. I just buy them. So I can own them.
What do you use to buy? Or where do you go to buy?
GoDaddy. GoDaddy.com. And then the last thing, so we've assessed our talents. All right. So that's number one, assess your talents. All right. So then you see if the marketplace needs what I have. So if the marketplace doesn't need what I have, just come up with another idea and figure it out. And then the next thing is I founded an organization called the Fortitude Group. It's a 501c3 organization. I provide houses for men that have mental illness. I've been doing that since 2011. So I have like 5 group homes. So I do a lot. My hands are full. I stay busy. But Demo talked about that with the E-Myth book. I read that book and it changed my life. Because it's all about developing systems. And you build the E-Myth book. E-Myth. E-Myth.
M-Y-T-H?
No, yeah. E-Myth. It's why small businesses don't work and what to do about it. And it talks about building a system. And it talks about working on your business and not in your business. All right? And there's a difference. But in the beginning, you're going to have to work in your business. And you're going to have to run every single piece. But while doing that, you're creating systems. You're developing the manuals. You're developing the job descriptions. All right, because you're not going to be doing that forever, unless you want to be a small business forever. No, you don't intend to be that. You intend to hire people. So you develop roles for people. You develop your day-to-day operations. All right, McDonald's. If you look at McDonald's, Ray Kroc has been dead for years. They keep building McDonald's. Walmart. He's been dead for years, but they keep building Walmarts. You know why? Because he had a manual. Here's the paper plans to action. He had a manual that anybody can come and pick up that manual and keep rolling.
I have a question.
All right?
With your Fortitude group,
Yeah.
is that grant funded?
No. No grants. So it's so all the guys get Social Security, they pay your rent. So we provide meal prep, medication. So I have staff that provide all the services for them.
Did you partner with someone?
Nope.
Jesus.
The reason why I didn't. But the thing about it is, look at this though. So let's find the I guess the rhythm in what I do. Okay, so when I say in 2003, who I used to work for? Park Center. Park Center worked with guys that had mental illness. All right, I had a house that I
That was
bought.
my next question.
So I had a house that I bought
Yeah, I know.
in North Nashville for $40,000 in 2006. So I had that house. I was staying. I was actually living in it. So fixing up, living in it. Ended up moving. So I just had the house. And I was like, man, what can I do to make money? It was like, boom. It just hit me. 2003. Oh, they used to have group homes. Man, I think I need to start me a group home. It took me a year to get my house up to snuff
I understand.
to open up the group home. So, yeah. But yeah, it's all about having a plan. All right. So create the plan and execute your plan. All right. We cannot keep having this talent and having everybody else win except us. Because we're scared. I'm talking about like we're so scared, and then the thing about it is that we're so scared to work together. All right? I don't care. That's 1,000 dry cleaners on every corner. We all know each other. If I can't help you, I'm gonna send you right down the road so they can help you. It don't matter. It's not gonna hurt me. All right? I'm about to acquire another dry cleaners because he needs me. He needs me to help him. All right, cool. I'm gonna come take over your business, and we'll work together. And I'm gonna make sure you make some money.
So with the lab Nashville,
Quick question, or just a comment. So we are not behind, but we're kind of on track for time. If we could hold all questions until the end.
Yes.
And then, of course, we can always follow up at the end.
Yes.
And of course, with your website or anything after. But I just want to make sure that he gets through his presentation as well.
Okay, there we go. So yeah. So the points on the create a plan and execute the plan is just being able to take risk. All right, being able to take risk, evaluate, but don't be too risky. All right, don't go sell your house and all your belongings and go all in. And you're not really sure. That's me though. All right, and I have to control that about me, because I know. When I see something, I'm going all the way. Fail or not, I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm like, I'm going all in. I'm in. So if it wins, cool. If it don't, all right, cool. On to the next. We're gonna keep rolling. But you can't do that. Most of y'all have responsibilities. All right? So we're gonna plan right. We're gonna plan straight. So here's how we're gonna plan. I'm gonna give y'all a game plan before we go. All right, so most of y'all have a 9-to-5 job, right? All right. So most of y'all, everybody has bills. All right, everybody has bills. So how we do this, and this is how I want you to plan before you take your leap and jump and do all the great things that you're gonna do. All right? So what is your salary? All right. So make sure you write your salary down. All right, so your salary is what takes care of your bills, right? Mm-hmm. So we want to make sure that we have at least 6 months to 12 months of salary saved. All right. Now me, I didn't have no money saved. I just jumped out there and did it, but I don't want you to do. Don't follow me. All right. So before we take that leap, we want to have at least 6 months to 12 months of salary saved. All right? 2, we're going to create a plan. So within that plan, you need to figure out how is my new business going to get me this salary. Right? So we're going to create a plan, and then we're going to create the plan in such a way that we'll know how our new business is going to get us to 6 to 12 months salary saved. All right? So how do we do that? We break it down. So if it's ice cream, all right, now a lot of times what happens in new businesses and why most of them fail is because everybody tries to make this new business take care of y'all's $1 million lifestyle. Right? And that typically does not work. All right? Your new business, you might strike gold every now and then. All right? You may hit a home run every now and then. But generally, it takes time to build up your new business. Now, some people, yeah, they drop something and it's on fire. And it blows up immediately. It's the YouTube sensation that just blows up immediately, but that's not everybody's story. So build your plan and work your plan. When we say pens to paper, plans to action. So look, y'all make sure y'all connect with me, joshuamundy.com. Now look, I had some shirts. So we have these shirts right here. I have merch on there. You can get merchandise. I run this organization called the Winner Circle. So I bring all these entrepreneurs together to educate, collaborate, and scale to win. All right? We have a lot of different programs that I can connect you to. So when you all get ready to get started, there's one that's called Corner to Corner. That for $99, $10 a week for 10 weeks, you can go and build your business plan. I'm writing a book called Teach Me How to Fish. I'm running it's like a whole series of books on all these different subjects, from real estate investing to retirement to building a business plan to food service. To all this is my own series for dummies. But it's called Teach Me How to Fish. Because what's the parable that says you teach a man how to fish? There it is. So that's my 3 points in a prayer. All right. Where's the offering? You got the offering plate? You're in church, man. We gotta take up our offering, right? Talk about side hustles, ain't it? That's how I told Brenton. So I have my whole I got a step and repeat. Like this is like I'm really launching my self brand. So this is I am a revenue stream. Joshua. How can I make money off me running my mouth? So, and that's what I did. I bought my domain. I got my step and repeat. I was ready. I went this morning. I got my shirts. And Brenton said, man, you can't be selling up in the church like that. I said, Brenton, how you going to have me talking about hustling and I can't hustle? But it's all good. But it's all on the site, man. Y'all get connected to me. If y'all got any questions? Any questions?
So we have about 7 minutes for questions.
Oh, 7 minutes. All right, here we go. We'll go right here first.
It might be a stupid question,
No.
but how do you know for sure if it's a need?
How do you know? That's a good question. How do you know for sure it's a need? I would look and see like where you looking to. Like it just depends on what it is. Like where I was, I knew it was a need because it wasn't a dry cleaners within a 5-mile radius of where I was. So I immediately knew it was a need. And then just being able, so you just have to evaluate, just it really depends on what you're trying to do. Like the pizza, Slim and Huskies, it was a need, there's no pizza place.
Nobody delivering out there.
All right? Nobody delivering out there, all those great things. So it's just about evaluating, depending on what you're trying to do. E-Myth is the best business book I've ever read in my life, and it will be the best business book you will ever read in your life. It will change your life, your perspective on business. You can set it up. You can have it all set up before you even open up your doors. All right? But the thing about it is that you cannot be where you don't want to make adjustments. All right? Don't be so hard-headed that you don't want to make adjustments. All right? Don't give up so fast because you don't make adjustments. You just keep sticking with, no. When we was open up, I already knew, probably the first 2 months, that people walking up to my dry cleaners, that wasn't going to be the way. I said, no, how can I bring customers to me? Ooh, let's go get us a van. Let's go get us some delivery routes. Now, delivery routes is my biggest thing. When people walking in, that's gravy. We just got the Lowe's. That's 175 employees. And we in every condominium downtown. Now, guess what? I wouldn't have had that if I would have said, you know what, man, we're going to just wait right here and the customer's going to come. No, business is about making adjustments. Right? You got to adjust that plan. That plan, they say, write a business plan. Yeah, that business plan is going to change 1,000 times. Is it going to stay the same? No. Every day you're going to be like, oh, no, I can do this. Oh, I can switch it up and do that. Or then sometimes it may just be you ran the course and it don't work. All right? That's cool too. All right?
So we had this
Back.
young lady in the red coat.
Okay, red coat, and then back,
And
and
then
then
Warren.
Andrew. All right.
Do you, if you can, do you think that it's better to get out of debt first before you start your
Yes.
business, or do you think you should start your business now?
It just depends on how much debt. And just really, but I would suggest make sure that before you get in the game, make sure you eliminate all that. So there's that stress. All right, you don't want to get in the game stressed out and try to make this new business support that $1 million lifestyle. It's gonna be hard, and you're gonna be running yourself ragged, and you're gonna be trying to you're gonna compromise your brand, and don't compromise your brand just to try to make sure your bills are paid. Let's not do that. All right.
Thank you so much for being here. What is the legacy that you expect or hope to leave?
So I want to leave a legacy of giving back. All right. I want when Josh is gone, they say, man, you know what? That guy gave the game. That's what we call it, giving the game. Because nobody gave it to me. I had to figure it out on my own. All right. That's the nature of our community. It's just what it is. All right. I get angry about it every day. Because you know what? If you go in North Nashville, you go in South Nashville, you go in West Nashville, you go in all these places that were predominantly African American, and the people before me knew all this was going to take place. All right? So my thing is, hey young man, you may want to invest in over here. All right? You may want to do this. You may want to look into starting a business over here. So that's me. I'm like, no, I've already failed enough. I've already lost enough money. I already own the record for the Francis opening and closing of a business. You know, I don't want you to have that record. Right. I want to help you. So I want to just leave a legacy of helping others.
We're gonna let Lauren
And-
lead. Did you?
I can just ask that. I got one question.
Okay.
As far as like the name, like how did you go about figuring out the name? Because I know name is everything, and like when people see certain things, like how did you go about naming?
Naming? Okay, so let's go. Music. So actually, at first it was called Germantown Cleaners. That was my cleaner's name. I switched it because Germantown Cleaners limited to me just to that area.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to open up 3 or 4 other stores, Music City could travel.
Yes.
All right. So the lab, I came up with that idea because every time people say they work it, they say they're going to the lab. So they be like, oh, I'm finna go back to the lab. Or if they're going to go work out, they be like, I'm finna hit the lab. So I was like, yeah, man, I think man, we're gonna open up a co-working spot and call it the lab. Fortitude, it was really no rhyme or reason to that. It's fortitude, you know. Plus the meaning of fortitude. So just really, actually, you make names. Look, just think about branding makes a name. All right? Google. If you would have said that 15 years ago, you're like, Google?
Yes, sure.
Google? What is that? Right. But branding made that, so you already know what that was. So it's just really be about, it just really doesn't mean about the name, it's just about how you brand the name. All right? And then don't make your domain so super long either. So let's just figure that out. All right? Your domain name is the such and such and such and such. It's just small.
And
Figure it out.
this gentleman can be our final question.
Which
and
one?
We're gonna wrap up.
Okay.
Most people can't save 6 to 12 months, especially, us black folk. But is there something that you could look at like an economic cost where if you're able to make your salary then you could still branch out. Let's say I'm covering my $60,000 a year that I'm making. Is that time enough to say, okay, my side business is covering that? I don't really have it saved, but it's gonna cover my expenses, so I could go.
As long as it is covering your expenses.
Okay.
If your side business is covering your expenses,
Right.
then you're good. I have a friend that owns a food truck, and I tell him every day, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Are you that scared? You making enough money to cover your expenses plus some on your side business, but you're so holding on to dear life to that main job. Like, hold on. No, let it go. Come on. Because you know you can make more, and it's for you. This is for you and yours. But you know, scared money. There it is. So y'all make sure y'all connect with me. If y'all on Instagram, I am Mr. Mundy. Joshua Mundy. Go check out my site. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it. I just dropped it yesterday.
It sounds like an album.